Yo, what's good with y'all? Today I'll be going over how to fully optimize 1440p resolution for competitive gaming. I know a lot of y'all, like myself, enjoy those amazing visuals without having to sacrifice any performance. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into all those key reasons so y'all don't get frame gap. Let's get it. Even though 1440p offers a visual advantage over 1080p, the highest frame rates and lowest latency will always take priority for that top tier competitive play. So today, we're going to make sure that we're gaming at 1440p without sacrificing our frames and increasing latency. When optimizing 1440p for competitive gaming, the first thing you want to make sure is that your physical setup is a great foundation for that competitive advantage. Make sure you guys invest in a powerful GPU capable of pushing well over your monitor's refresh rate for those consistent frame rates, such as the RX 9070 XT or the RTX 5070 Ti. You can also use a RX 7000 series or a RTX 4000 series because those GPUs are great unless you're trying to stream or edit or try different workloads. Then these top of the line GPUs would be great, but you do not have to spend top dollar on a GPU in order to get a nice foundation for what you're trying to do. For 1440p, a fast CPU is necessary to feed your GPU information without creating a bottleneck. AMD's Ryzen 7 9800X3D is considered one of the fastest gaming CPUs available, but other modern CPUs such as the Ryzen 5 9600X are also excellent choices. Also, you want to use at least 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM with low latency. For those high-end systems, 32 gigabytes is recommended for even smoother performance. To further maximize 1440p, you want to make sure you install your games on a fast NVMe SSD for those lightning quick loading times. Also, ensure your PC has decent cooling, liquid or air, to prevent thermal throttling, which can cause performance issues during those long gaming sessions. When it comes to your monitor for 1440p gaming, you want to make sure you purchase one with a refresh rate of at least 144 Hz or 240 Hz or even higher than that, because I have a 320 Hz monitor. So, and I actually plan to upgrade in the future, but 320 is cool. I would say definitely make sure y'all are above PlayStation and Xbox, like that's for sure. But this is essential for competitive play because it provides a smoother, more responsive gameplay experience. You also want to make sure the monitor you purchase has a low response time because this measures how quickly a pixel changes from one color to the next, with lower times meaning less blur. So 1 millisecond or less is excellent for the competitive fast-paced gaming, which can reduce things like motion blur and ghosting. A lot of times when y'all playing games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends, and you just getting sent back to the lobby, it's not even your FPS, it's your internet connection. You want to make sure you have a wired Ethernet connection hooked up to your PC for the lowest ping possible and the most stable online experience. You also want to make sure you have a high quality, low latency mouse and a mechanical keyboard with fast switches for that maximum responsiveness. As you guys can see, I have me a nice Red Dragon M801 with the side switches on it, and I have the DPI buttons in the middle. As y'all can see, I can increase the sensitivity a ton. So, and this is under $30 as well. So y'all can find all these on Newegg, Amazon. Get you some nice peripherals and y'all gonna be good. Next, you definitely want to make sure you optimize Windows so you guys can remove distractions and prioritize resources for your games. I've already completed a full video on how you guys can do that. I'll make sure to leave it up here for y'all to check it out. When it comes to gaming in general, especially for 1440p gaming, you want to make sure you make the necessary performance adjustments in your GPU software. Some quick tips to those that have an NVIDIA control panel: you want to make sure you adjust your image settings, your power management mode, and your texture filtering all to performance. Also, your low latency mode should be on, and in your games, NVIDIA Reflex should take over as priority when available. Also, you should limit your frame rate to 3 to 5 FPS below your monitor's refresh rate so that you can stay within G-Sync range. So instead of having vertical sync on, you can use G-Sync instead so you won't run into any problems using 1440 resolution. Now for AMD Adrenalin, which is the GPU software that I use, you want to make sure you have your Hyper RX mode on so that it can optimize performance for all your games. This turns on your Radeon Super Resolution, which boosts frame rates. Also, it turns on your Radeon Anti-Lag, Radeon Boost, which enhances your images so that it can increase performance. Also, you can turn on AMD fluid motion, so that it can boost your FPS. So these are all technologies that you should have on to make sure that you're not letting go of any performance that could possibly be added to your gameplay. Some key things when it comes to your in-game settings, and you can also find this in your GPU's control panel. Make sure you turn on your upscaling technologies like FSR for AMD and DLSS for NVIDIA. These settings are going to significantly boost your FPS while maintaining solid image quality. So if you forgot to turn it on your control panel, make sure you go in-game and turn these on immediately. Also, make sure you disable VSync in-game to reduce input lag. You want to rely on G-Sync or FreeSync instead to manage screen tearing. Turn off motion blur and other cinematic effects like depth of field and film grain for improved visual clarity during fast movement. All in all, to fully optimize 1440p for competitive gaming, you want to focus on maximizing frame rate and minimizing input lag by adjusting your hardware, software, and in-game settings. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips on how to fully optimize 1440p resolution for competitive gaming. If I left anything out, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And also, if these tips helped you out, let me know in the comments as well. I'll also be leaving some gameplay in 1440p at the end of this video so you guys can see all of these tips come into action. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy, and definitely check out my video on how to fully optimize Windows for gaming. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown. Enemy soldier incoming.
Changing mag!
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Gas is inbound. area.
Swapping mags.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV is online. Loadout drop headed your way.
Incoming. Under fire.
Fuck you. Boy.
Takes more than
Get
that to
ready.
kill me.
You're
That
redeployed.
boy, man. Oh, man. Bro.
25 remain. We lost that one, but we'll get a W next time.